A shepherd that leads the sheep to slaughter. So alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. We say double and say apostles and elders are great most and well, our teachers are apostles in the truth, and we say salutations. So only I came out to the pushing the truth and say the day and day out. Constantly in season or the season we say shalom. Once again going into a little video here. This was basically a post that I saw, while browsing through one of these social media sites, right? I saw this post. As you can see, it says sponsored, so it was a sponsored post. Basically, meaning that when you sponsor a post, meaning that you're promoting it so plenty people could see, and that is how it showed up on the front page of my page, right? Now usually I browse through early morning to look through all the news and so forth. So when I was looking through the news, this post end up showing up, right? Now this is isupk Trinidad and Tobago. Now this is one of the camps, one of the Israelite camps worldwide, right? It say don't listen to your rappers, consult your doctor and get the job, right? So when you watch the little clip in that the person put up, you can see it telling you that I think one of the statements he said in the video is that to go and get that the Lord said to listen to your doctor and to go and get the job. I think that was one of the things he said in it. Now when I was reading the comments, majority or most of the comments were people backlashing the video that he put up. You understand? And that is just to show you how wrong that these guys be. How wrong that these guys be. Not knowing what is going on, not teaching the people the correct thing. You understand? So that's why when I open and say what? A shepherd that leads the sheep to slaughter. Because this is what these guys doing. They are leading the sheep to slaughter. They are not telling them the right thing. Eventually, if you could teach people to take this job, you could tell them to take the chip. Hey, this is Jeremiah chapter 23, aside from verse 1. It says, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. It says, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. Woe be unto you all. Imagine this is what you paying to promote, to show people, and telling them that the Lord say to do what the Lord say to talk to a doctor and to go and get a job. That is why, hey, we really at the end, the Lord talk about false prophets arising and so forth. These things is like perfect example of that. Some of these guys don't even know what it is they're in, or what it is they're teaching, or what it is they believe in. So it says, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. Therefore thus said the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock, and have driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, said the Lord. And that is basically what you all doing. You making a bold statement saying the Lord said check a doctor and this and to go and get a job and this thing. You leading people astray. That is what you're doing. So what if you are not going to visit you for the evil that you do, that the evil that you teach and the evil that you say? That why when you watch videos like this, like what this person put, in his spirit, he just be telling himself, yo, like these guys so low, they sell out. They sell out. Because just by the way they're speaking and they're talking and they're promoting this thing, is to show that they're sold out. They acting just like these other celebrities, these other corporations and so forth that basically telling you to go ahead and take this thing. because they in the agenda, so they obviously would follow the agenda that is at hand. You all talking and getting on just like them. That is why you have brothers and so when I say you all sold out. You all sold out. The thing about it is that the Lord warned us about these false teachers, these false prophets, and so on. You will see them coming. You will see them teaching heresies. Let's say verse 3. Let's say and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries where I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them. And the shepherds that the Lord will set up over them to feed them is men that will be teaching them the right thing. Men that will be teaching them, not to take this thing. Will be warning them, feeding them on a daily basis. If you're telling them to go and take this thing, right, to go and take this job, that means you could tell the people to go and do anything this government pass, anything that this world bring forth, you would tell them go and do. He said, I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, said the Lord. And we don't know who we just said. GMS, the shepherds that feed the flock. That feed the flock, tell them the right thing. And it have other brothers as well that teach you right thing, that may not be with the apostles and elders, but they teach the right thing, and when you watch the videos, you hear them give reverence to the apostles and so forth. But these guys here, you could see the agenda that they in. You could see that the spirit that they in. When you read the comments, it so happened that I can't get the comments here due to the fact that on a different device. But when you read the comments on the video, is as I said before, majority of the comments is people bashing it. Like how you could say to go and take this? Are you mad? And some people telling them, the Lord. Let's imagine people that may not even be in the scriptures as you, right? Telling you that, hey, the Lord never said that. But you do not whole video and promoting it, sponsoring it so people can see it, saying to go and consult a doctor. Come on. Now we see these guys, some of these guys, it's just they may look like they're doing something pertaining to the Lord, but they're really against the Lord. Right? I'm gonna jump to our scripture here. This is 1 John. This is 1 John chapter 4 verse 1, right? Let's see here. It says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. It says, beloved, believe not every spirit. So this here is a spirit that you're not supposed to believe. This is a spirit that you're supposed to test. It says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. Try the spirits. When you try that spirit, they go. This is when you try the spirit. You put the shepherd or the prophet of the Lord not going and tell you to take that job. They're not. Before I finish, I'm gonna go to our scripture here. I'm gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 20. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. It said, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So the prophets before us, right? The prophets that we read about, learn from. These men speak against kingdoms, speak against countries, a great war, pestilence, evil. They speak against that. So this is an example how these prophets was. They speak against certain things, but you not speaking against this thing, you going with it. So if you can make people go with it, if you can teach people to go with this, then you could teach them to go with anything. You could teach them to go with anything that these great kingdoms and these countries bring. So you're seeing where this false spirit is in these people. Let's see. So going back to 1 John chapter 4 verse 1, it said, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Many false prophets, and plenty of them would be calling themselves Israelites as well, just to fool and deceive the people and bring them into a trap. And the simple will believe this. Because why? The simple will just looking for excuse to further themselves and displace. So they go say, alright, I call myself an Israelite. It have a camp saying that how we could go and take the marks. So I go join them, take the marks, and continue enjoying myself here. That is the things the simple go do. Say. But as you remember, the scripture say many false prophets are gone out into the world. Many. Many. Just imagine that you do a whole video and promoting it to tell people take this marks, and then you want to call yourself a man of the Lord. But you for the scriptures say the prophets speak against certain things, and you're not even speaking against it. You're telling people go ahead with it. Understand? Jump to our next one here, Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. Right? They say here, they say beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Say beware of what? False prophets. Beware of them. The Lord give us warning to take heed of particular prophets. Right? Take heed. This is what you have to do. And this here is a perfect example of that. Beware of false prophets. They seem, hey, yo, beware of them. Beware. You could see, you see them promoting a video telling you to take something these wicked Edomites make. Hey, wow. These men, they rather tell you take something this place bring, but to tell you to uphold something the Lord do is the hardest thing. To uphold something the Lord say to keep is the hardest thing, but to uphold something this wicked place say, yeah, go and do it. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, right, verse 1. They said, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you. So it have them. It have them. False prophets, false teachers, that have them. It say, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. So that is the latter end of these men. Swift destruction. Because again, if they could tell you take this, they could tell you to take anything that this place is bringing. We say, they shall bring in damnable heresies. Damnable heresies, and that is what they're bringing in, damnable heresies. Tell a man, say, the Lord said to consult the doctor and go and take a jab. That is damnable heresies. That wickedness. So it say what? Bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Bring upon themselves swift destruction. Didn't Yahushua deny certain things that was given to him? He denied. So you telling me this one thing you can't deny? But no, these men, these false teachers, these prophets, they will teach you to take these things. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So look up the word pernicious. It say pernicious. It say having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way, right? Pernicious means destructive or ruin or death. that destructive, the ruin and death go back to the old meaning, right? Pernicious. So when it say, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, destructive ways, death, ways of death, the ways to ruin themselves, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Say, and true covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. So going back to verse 3, it says, and true covetousness shall they be with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now for of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. Hey, take heed to wait is coming out, because we are at the end, and we don't know many false prophets and many false teachers shall arise at the end, and you would see them on an increase. And this is what you're seeing, they on an increase. They're not on a decline, they're on an increase. Because many of them would come to many false prophets, and many false prophets, false teachers would come to hide the way of the truth. You know, that will be the job. And you're seeing them on the uprise. Yeah, son, to do, watch out for them, take heed. Hey, so with that we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba Shem Yahushai, Ba Shem Rakakodash. We say double and say apostles and elders are great men, so that rule well. Our teachers are apostles in the truth. And we say salutations, so the Akamas they push on children, say day in and day out. You know, constantly in season and season, we say shalom again. Do not take the max. Do not take the max. This is the time that we're in. It's whether you stand for the Lord or you stand for this place. Right? So with that, again, we say Shalom.